Hey everybody, welcome in Women Crush Wednesday time. So excited for today's guest, my best friend, Erica Cedeno, jumping in. She is a CEO of a super popular athleisure company. In fact, I've got to model her. These are her pants. They're super hot. A lot of people love them. The company is called Body Language because, I mean, what better name for a sportswear company, right? Body Language. So yeah, hook yourself up with a pair of cool gray cheetah. I feel like they're very Raidery too. This also from Body Language. But hi everybody, welcome in. Raiders gonna win big today, or this weekend, I mean. I'm excited, big Charger game at home. Super stoked about that. But today is all about one of my best friends joining. Hopefully we can get technology figured out. If you can't figure it out, send me a text. I will try to figure out how to get you on. But my best friend, Erica Cedeno, jumping on today's Women Crush Wednesday. She is a CEO of a very popular athleisure company called Body Language. You're going to be at the game this weekend. Who else is going to be at Allegiant Stadium? I can't wait. I'm going to be there. I'm so excited. Raider Nation going to be popping. It's going to be loud in Vegas this weekend on Sunday. So hopefully we can get Erica on. Yep, you're going to be there. JD Guts. It's going to be a fun game. I cannot wait. Chargers going to bring their A game. We lost to them. I can't remember what week we played them, but I believe it was 28-14. Yeah, Black Hole, that's for sure. They represent, but today all about my best friend. I cannot wait. I've been like so excited all day long to get to have Anya join us. So hopefully she can jump on and we can chat about how she gets it done. Oh my God! Yay, I did it! Hi, how are you? Uh-oh, we have some technical difficulties. That's okay. Story of our lives. We'll get through it. You're a little frozen. You're frozen, I think. Or maybe it's me that's frozen. But anyways, let me introduce her while she's trying to navigate getting on. Erica Cedeno has been the CEO of Body Language, sportswear company, for a really, really long time. We're going to get all the details and excitement about what goes into creating. Oh, you left. Okay, so try to jump in again. Don't worry, this happens. This is called IG Live for a reason, because this is what we do. This is part of doing an IG Live. But she is somebody that I look up to so much. You know those people that when you're just around them, they level you up. They bring the energy high. That is my best friend. That is Erica Cedeno, and I can't wait. I think we're going to be able to try to get her on again. But I'm rocking her line. This is her clothes. I mean, like, Raider Nation represents the silver and black for sure. Hi!
What happened? I'm so sorry.
Story of my life. Don't worry.
Technology.
Okay. I know, but hi, babe. How are you?
Hi.
Thanks for jumping on.
Oh my gosh. Sorry. It's been a bit crazy these last few weeks, as you know.
Yeah.
But we're back.
Yeah.
We're back.
I know. And, I just want to say, I am so grateful to you because, you and I have spoke, and this was really hard because you're so busy. You're running around. You're a mom of two. You run your own workout line.
Yes.
I'm rocking it today, by the way. Tons of people loving this whatever is going on, the cheetah. It's totally Raider Nation. It's so cute. I love it.
It is. I love it. You look so cute.
Thank you. But that's why I'm so, like, I could cry. You have been such an incredible influence in my life. And you've always been that person for me that when I'm going through tough times, you show up for me. So I love you. And thank you for making this a priority because I know you're really busy right now and you're dealing with a lot of stuff. So thank you for.
Of course. And you are that person for me. So I feel like we're completely both just as blessed to have that in each other, I feel like you're always there no matter what. I'm like, I need advice or please, what do I do? And you're always Boom. There you are.
Well, I appreciate that, babe, because, you know, as my best friend for many years, you and I have known each other. I have always picked up the phone, and you're the first person I call when I'm going through something, or I need advice, or I need business advice. And, you know, let's talk a little bit about, that was what we were really excited about, was let's make this chat, you know, how you run body language, but also like 2022. It's been such a tough 2021 for both of us and for so many people at home. You know, have you thought about like what you want to bring into 2022? Like, is there an intention? Is there a theme? Is there something you want to work on?
I mean, there's a list, girl. I mean, come on, let's go. There's always things to work on, but I honestly feel like, you know, every year is about kind of going through the peaks and the pits of the past year. Because I think you can really take a lot out and grow, and then your intentions are even more, they're more meaningful because they came from an experience or something.
Yes.
So this year, I think for me, I think just in general, clearly what we've been dealing with in the world with the past 2 years, it's been quite a challenge for many people, adults, children, families. So I think for this year, my intentions will be love. And that means two things to me because I'm so blessed with an amazing family. But I think that sometimes you have to be able to engage in more activities that are self-love so that you can give more love to those family members or your friends, or and in order to have that, you also need to be able to accept the love that you're getting. Sometimes, you know me, I'm a very private, prideful person, and when people reach out to me, I'm kind of just like, no, I'm good, things are great, you know. So I think just accepting and being able to provide more love to friends, family, the people that we decide to surround ourselves with, I think is
that's
huge.
A big one. Yeah.
It's a big one. And then just positivity along with that. I think this year brought on a slew of, you know, different energies, some that I don't need or prefer not to have, and others that I need more of, and now maybe I know that. So I think love and positivity are going to be my two intentions.
I love that. I love that too, because I feel like what this year taught us, and even last year, was like, what do you, we only have such limited time, right? Like, look at the 2 years that have gone by, and I feel like I've needed to prioritize things that really matter to me. And one of the things that I struggle with, and you and I have talked about this, because we're so in alignment and we're so supportive of each other's successes, which, by the way, I'm so grateful I have my sister, my best friend, that it's a win for her when I win, because I think sometimes that is not always the case, right? You know, we've had maybe relationships where there's envy, or it's a reminder of maybe what they don't have. But I'm so grateful that, like, you and Jennifer, Sarah, you know, our group of friends really lift each other up, and and Amanda, and we are so grateful when we see our other friends succeed. I love that so much. And I think for us, the challenge that I think I struggle with is I do put such high expectations on myself that if I don't achieve, I'm not in a place of peace. And I think, you know, like, take, for example, what you have to do, you know, like, I don't know how you get things done, but, like, I'm so excited. We're working on a project in 2022. I can't wait to announce it. We'll keep it a secret for now. But, like, when I see you present things, I'm like, how does she have this business acumen? Like, I don't know how you make time, because you have 2 kids. Like, I feel like I barely have time, and I have 3 dogs. But, you know, you run an athleisure company, and I want to get time to talk about that. But, like, how do you make time to prioritize the things that are most important to you? Because that is so hard, right? That's what we learned in the last couple of years.
It is. it is so difficult, honestly. And that's one of the things that I was saying that I wanted to work on, because I do feel like I do a pretty good job at prioritizing. But I think what's important is to prioritize things of value, and not necessarily money. It's not about the money, but it's about what is going to make you the happiest now and then the future, right?
Yeah.
So I just think that I that's what's the hardest thing is that's why people, I feel like, say that, you know, they have an idea, they have a vision, and it's very difficult to get that going because they're not prioritizing, they're prioritizing maybe in the wrong way. So I am an advocate of lists. You know this, right? I have lists.
Yes.
I have lists for everything. And it like literally is like, I have like 4 or 5 projects that I'm working on at the moment. So my list goes by projects, and then it's always from low to high or high to low. And I literally change these lists every single day, all throughout the day. Yeah, like this morning, it's kind of why I'm like 2 minutes late. Sorry, babe.
That's okay.
But I was like going through the list and like crossing off the things that I got done this morning, because if I didn't do that, I would not do anything. Like nothing would happen. So I think it just depends what kind of person you are. If you're visual, like I am, I clearly need to see it. And then I do not like things on my to-do list. I have to cross it off. So that's why I'm crazy with my text and I'm brainstorming. Yeah. I don't stop until it's done, you know?
Yeah.
And it's funny because people are just so different in different ways, but that is how I get things done. I do have 2 kids, and one of them is super active. The other one is only 3 years old. So once her activities start, I know that it's going to be very crazy too. So I'm kind of enjoying just one being fully engaged in a lot of activities. Because once that happens, I don't know how I'm going to do it all, because it's so hard being a mom of 2 and then obviously running a business and doing other projects that, you know, that I'm a part of. So I don't know. It will be done though with the list. So if anybody wants to, you know, I don't know, like, are you a list person or are you just?
I am.
Okay. So you do the list too.
There's something so euphoric about like the list crossing off the action. Like you said, the visual thing. Vicky, my girlfriend Vicky, being a mom alone is so hard. Yes, absolutely. Because, you know, Erica Cedeno, who is my woman crush of this week, is a mom of 2, co-owner and women-owned body language sportswear athleisure company. I am rocking their gear today. Woo!
Raider Nation colors.
I know people have been talking about the fact that
I know it's so
silver
cute.
and black. Yeah.
Yes.
And we have a big game this weekend, so obviously I want to support. But yeah, I think it can be a blessing and a curse, because for me, I'm the same. I like to have a list so that I can visualize, like you mentioned, what's priority number one, what's really important, what's something that I'd like. Because I think too, here's the other thing, you know, and we have so much to get to, and of course not enough time, but I can become, I was thinking yesterday, I'm like, where is my focus? Like, it's really hard for me to have the phone, to have the thing that I'm doing, and to feel like I need to answer immediately. The agent's calling, or my mom is calling, or, you know, my best friend is calling. It is almost where you have to focus. And that's something that I know I struggle with. It's like squirrel, you know, like the dog that like all of a sudden loses its focus. But lists are something that I think I learned from you many years ago. You've been doing forever.
I've been doing it forever. And it's not only about a list. I think it's actually putting a timeline, associate a date or a time. Like sometimes I'll have like a list just to get through from like 9 to 10, or I must get through this and cross it off the to-do list between 10 and 12. It can't go past noon. Or like I feel, see, this is the problem though. These are like expectations or high goals that somebody may have, so that when you at the end of the day, if you don't get through it all, at the end of the day, if you don't get through it all, how do you deal with getting through it all? Obviously,
how do you not disappoint yourself? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't, because I feel like I get through enough in the day that makes me feel very good about myself. It's rewarding, like you said, like when you cross it off your list, I feel like it's extremely rewarding. And then you just know that you're moving the needle. It's not the things that I put on my to-do list are not things that, you know, like take a shower or like random things that you obviously, or, you know, feed the kids, or even though that should go on the list, because sometimes that gets like put on the back burner. But
right. Yeah.
I'm like, did she have lunch today? Like, I'll ask my husband, I'm like, did Javiana eat lunch? But anyways, it's just like those things where it's like you're moving the needle, like you're that step closer to getting to the end goal, which is really cool to do.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things that I so deeply admire about you is you have the ability to not only come up with the idea, but execute, you know? And I think that's sometimes really challenging. There's a lot of great ideas, but do they ever get done? An idea you had was one day owning an athleisure company here with Erica Cedeno, my Woman Crush Wednesday, owner of Body Language Sportswear. You can check them out on Instagram at BL Sportswear. It is one of the most popular cult followings. Your customers love it. They stick to body language. Obviously, I'm rocking it today. It's very, very cute. I get all the time. I get compliments. Where'd you get it from? This and that. You know, what is it that you love about the company, and why do you believe your customers are like obsessed with it?
Gosh, I mean, there's so many things that I love, obviously, about having a women's activewear brand. We are a women-owned. I mean, obviously, my husband's involved, but for the most part, it's me, and everyone associated with the brand is a female.
Which is, by the way, not always the case. There's women brands, workout lines owned by men.
A lot.
And I think that's okay, but I think there's some synergy when a female knows what they want in activewear.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I just think that it's a pretty special space. As we know, it's exploded. It's huge.
Yeah.
We've been around for quite some time. I consider us one of the trailblazers of what women's activewear is today, which is a fashion forward brand. If you remember back in the day, like Nike, Adidas, Reebok, I mean, that's pretty much who was around back in 2008. There wasn't like, you know, the Aloe, the Beyond Yoga, even I think Lululemon had just started. But we were, you know, a little shop on Ventura Boulevard, a mom and pop shop. And when we came on board, we saw this vision of being able to grow it to the country, you know, even internationally. There was no online presence. Nobody did online shopping back then.
That's right. They would go into the store to try it on.
Yes. And the store was super busy. It was right next to Billy Blank's studio. Billy Blank's, you know, obviously remember him back in the day. I mean, he's still around, but he had an actual studio. And it was super popular, and it was so busy. And we would just see all the women going crazy it was just fashion forward. It was sexy, cute, you know, low cut back in the day when we did like very low cut leggings. That's how we started with even the bell bottom pants. I mean, that's how far back we go. Just cute tops, backless, just outside of the box. It wasn't just, you know, cookie cutter boxy fits. It was women being able to show off their style, their fashion, feeling sexy in their body, which is what we wanted, body language. So I think that being able to have that vision and see like, oh my gosh, these women deserve it across the country, the nation, the world. So we were able to have an online presence pretty quickly. We obviously got a website, which nobody really did online shopping back then. I feel like I'm like very vintage talking, but it's like
no, but that's true. You're right. You founded Athleisure before it became Athleisure. When did you own Body Language? Like,
it was
how long
2008. It was 2008
okay.
that we invested, yes. And
right.
And then 2010, we had a relaunch. We brought it into the US. It was so important for us to make it a made in the USA brand. So we did that. It was a lot of hard work, but it was definitely worth it. And I just feel like we were able to, at that point, get it onto the websites. We started working with sales rep in New York and LA. We got a showroom. We got it into stores pretty much nationwide. I mean, we were at Equinox, we were at Bandier, Revolve, Saks Off, you name it, we were there. It was a really good wholesale business. And then the retail, obviously, direct to consumer suffered a little bit, only because our goal and our model was just to get it into the hands of as many women and people as we possibly could, which was getting into all of these stores. So I think that we just chose a different business model, which I don't regret by any means, because I don't regret a lot. But I do think with COVID, obviously, kind of put a damper on that type. I know it did for many businesses.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, we're still retooling and trying to pivot through COVID, and we're still here, and people are still buying, and I feel very blessed and lucky. And this space is interesting though, because you are competing with so many now. I mean, we were, we were one of the first, and we're still here. We're still open, which is pretty amazing to be able to. There's hundreds of activewear brands now, right? And it's a big space. I feel everybody wants to get a piece of this space. It's almost like the old jean company. Remember when investors or business people wanted to invest, everybody wanted a jeans. It's like, this is like the new denim, because this is what people are living in. I mean, obviously leggings and a crop top, or, sweatshirt, tank, sport bra. It's the new jean. It's the new, from studio to street, picking up the kids. You look cute and comfy, and you are comfy, and you look clearly fashionable. That's what's so interesting about it.
Right. You're comfortable and you're fashionable at the same time. You have the ability to express yourself with, activewear. Obviously, athleisure became the new term for, what it is your company has. And I appreciate it, because I think with COVID, maybe less people were working out in a gym, but then they were like, well, I guess I don't need to wear my suit and tie to work anymore. So I'll just wear my, my super cute joggers, or, the leggings that I have.
Or even like the loungewear. I mean, nowadays with Zoom, I feel like you can be fancy up here and wear your collared shirt, but clearly down here you're like in leggings or shorts or whatever it is, something comfy, right? It's sweat. You don't really see your bottom portion. So I feel like it definitely got busier, right when COVID, because everybody wanted, the people that do usually dress up and go out to work wanted that athleisure feel for them now staying home and working from home. They didn't need to dress up. So
well, and what Body Language has, and you still see, I love that you can mix and match business with athleisure. Like, you see suits with like a sports bra underneath, or you see a lot of, even jeans with like your Body Language crop tops. I rock your crop top all the time. I get compliments on it. And, you can do the mixing and the matching and still feel fresh and feel cool and obviously feel comfortable. So it's interesting to see how like athleisure is now fashionable. It's fashion.
It's like the new contemporary wear, I wear leggings with blazers and boots all the time today. Like, that's just my look now. I'm like leggings all day, every day.
And they look great on you, and you're and Erica Cedeno, owner of Body Language Sportswear. And that's the thing too, is designed by a woman owned. It feels like, having a woman be an owner involved in the creative design, which you are very involved creatively, is helpful, because what women want. You get what looks good, what's flattering, what's not flattering. And, you see that obviously with your cult following of body language sportswear. I only have like a couple more questions. I hope that that's okay. I know you're really busy.
Sure.
Thank you so much for taking the time to do this. I know you don't normally do this, so I appreciate it. Fearlessness, and where do you think you got your entrepreneurial spirit from? Because one of the things that I have always looked up to you is you're fearless, girl. Like, you've made decisions in your career, whether it was body language or even the real estate market, which you have navigated magnificently. I mean, you're in your house that you basically designed yourself, which is crazy. Like, I think about it, and like, I've renovated my house, but my house feels like it's in shambles now. Like, it just doesn't, I feel like for me, I'm just not that compartmentalized, organized person that you have that vision, which maybe is why you're so good at body language. I'm obviously a t-shirt, jeans, sports girl. So like, for me, putting stuff on the walls, I'm like, I don't know how to do it. But you have, you've navigated really well. For you, what goes behind the fearlessness? Like, where do you think you get that from?
Gosh, great question. I don't know. I mean, I think that I've always been super creative and always paid attention to like small details to the point where it could work against me, actually. And I think that's the reason why, for body language, I was the fit model for many years and still kind of doing it, because I don't feel like anybody can do it like I have been able to do. I really noticed like the samples are off by like a quarter of an inch or a half of an inch, which seems like a little, but in the big picture of things and fits, like clothing fits, it translates to be bigger than what it sounds like. So I think that I'm just super particular. I'm super anal. And that creative space, I think that you are able to get even more creative if you are that type of personality. So with like the house things, I love home. I love real estate. I had my real estate license years ago, which I let go, and I should not have done that, because now I'm just investing in real estate so I could be my own, well, that's another subject, but it's another conversation. But I just feel like with the home, to see, having the vision and then being able to actually get that vision into real tangible items is what is extremely hard for people. And I don't know, I guess it just comes a little bit easier because I am more of the to get things done, right? I have to get it done. So I will seek help if I need it. Like, for example, Pinterest. Pinterest is like everybody's like source of goodness. If you want it to be, you have a vibe, you have a look, you have a vision. Go onto Pinterest and just start pinning boards like crazy. Whether it's about a business idea or a house remodel that you want to do, or just even like your bathroom or your kitchen. Just use Pinterest to your advantage as much as you can, because I think that is super useful to just allow for it to get done, just for it to happen. But I guess as far as my visions go, I mean, I don't know, I guess a little bit I credit to my dad. My dad is he's a builder. He is a builder. Like, he can build pretty much everything and anything. And I saw this as a very young little girl. He would have an idea for something and he would just do it himself. And he invented things along the way that he needed to help him, like redo the roof or redo this or redo that. So I think that it was just always easy. And I saw that with him, and I was just like, I can do that too. Right. Like, and he's extremely handy and amazing and so smart. And I'm not handy, but I am a builder, I guess, in a different form. We all have our own unique things, and maybe, I am a builder in a sense, right? Because I have a vision, and it's a creative vision, and I don't stop until I can accomplish that from beginning to end, small to big, whatever it may be. I try to take it on. And if I can't do it, I seek help. I ask for help.
Yeah. Yeah. You're a doer, girl. You are a doer. You are an executor. And thank you to Jose, because the apple did not fall far from the tree. I only have one more question for you, and I'm so sorry that this went 10 minutes over, because I promised usually they're 20 minutes,
okay.
but just when you have someone like Erica Cedeno on, it's hard to just condense it. But you are so busy, and I think when as females we're doers, we're like prove-iters in a way, because I think so much of us have been marginalized, our predecessors have been marginalized, and so now we've been given this gift of being able to actually execute our dreams. And you, as a mom of two, like, I envy the fact that you have been able to do it all. How do you prioritize yourself? Where does your self-care come in for you?
That's a great question. That is definitely on the 2022 intention list as well, because that's what, I was telling my husband that the other day, and I was like, man, I want to have a little bit more time for me, because I am doing a lot. I'm kind of a yes person to ideas and projects, and I have so many ideas myself all the time, and I always think that I can do it all. Some people call an investment portfolio. I call it like a career portfolio. I want to have a career portfolio, and I don't want to just do one thing. I want to, if I have a vision, or I have an idea, or if I have a passion, I want to be able to kind of do it and check it off the to-do list. If it doesn't work, it's okay. At least I tried and I gave effort to it, but I just want a career portfolio, I ask myself often, is that helpful? Or is that hindering me? Because sometimes, maybe just choose one thing and be super successful at that. That is to be continued. So we shall see years from now what ended up happening and where I end up. But I just think that because I like to be involved in many different things, that self-prioritize doesn't happen as much as that I would like it to. But I was doing a great job at meditating because of you, Erin. Thank you so much. And I think that towards the end of the year, that fell off for me. How about you?
Same.
You were doing such a good job, though. I was so impressed. I was like, oh, if Erin's doing it, I can do it too. So, but yeah, you inspire people like that. I feel like I was very inspired by the meditation. So that is definitely on the to-do. And then, more time at the gym would be nice. I just got a membership again. So I will be going to the gym more, I should say. And then I think just quality time with the family and the friends, and just people that you want to surround yourself around. Like, I feel like because of COVID and everything else, we haven't been able to hang out as freely as we would like to. But self-care to me is time with my friends, time with LTA, and more quality time with my husband, more date nights, for example. Time with my kids without the phone, because I from my phone. So all of those things are little easy things that could be done, and they would make a true difference, I think, in the self-love compartment.
Absolutely. Girl, I love it so much. And we were trying to schedule a secret surprise. I had tried to get the third member of LTA on, but Jennifer is at a dentist appointment.
Oh,
so she can't make it.
That's so cute.
But we were trying to get her on because I wanted her to talk about how much she admires you, because you just have you have such a following of friends, Sarah, myself, Holly, who was on, who just
Holly,
absolutely yeah, Jen,
I'm watching Jen. Oh my gosh, how cute. I love you guys.
But I'm just so grateful, because I have been through the hardest year of my life, and I can't thank the women like you, Jennifer, and so many others who have given me the hugs and nurturing me through, a challenging year. And so I think loving each other, like you said, and prioritizing time for each other is so important. And so Jen and I look up to you so much.
Aww.
And we admire you so much. And we'll have to just schedule a girls' walk soon, maybe this week if you have time.
Please, lunch, dinner,
lunch,
walk,
sushi,
hikes.
You name it.
Yes,
Hikes.
I miss you guys so much. So that's something. I brought you guys up. I'm like,
you did. You really did. And we're so thankful for that. And thank you for making the time. I know you're so busy. So I love you.
Me. I love you.
Give the kids besos from Auntie and tell Matt hi for me. And thank you again. And I freaking love you, babe.
Love you too, babe.
Mwah. I'll see you soon.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, amiga.
Bye, babe.